Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Cyber Monday, December 2nd, 2013. Well, in the United States here, we all know that we just love to spend money and buy toys. And we really like to do it over the internet, at least I do. And today is Cyber Monday, which is the Monday after Black Friday, and the day that people go to work and spend all their time shopping on the internet. At least that's the concept that they want us to believe, and I pretty much tend to think that it's probably very true. But that doesn't concern us so much right now. But it does. It doesn't. We'll see. But anyway, today, for Monday, for news events, we have PMI Manufacturing Index, and then ISM Manufacturing Index, construction spending, and that's showing up twice here. The rest of the week is looking pretty busy here. Pretty busy. We have, all the November numbers will be coming through this week, so it should be a pretty busy week, and everybody's back at work. I'm not sure exactly what volume is going to be like today, seeing as how it's Cyber Monday, but I'll tell you what, and we'll look at it in a minute, Apple is definitely going ape and putting me in the hole, but we'll see what kind of ideas we can come up with on that. Alright, let's take a look across the ponds. First, the big one, the Pacific, over in Asia. We had a mixed day. Some indexes up and a couple down. Nothing really telling there. In Europe, where it is time to go to the pub for lunch, roughly, slightly negative, I guess you could call it. So that's what we'll call it, slightly negative. Alright, let's jump over to see how the futures are doing here. Let's take that down. We have pretty much a flat open. Gold is down below 1250 now again. We're watching it hang around 1300, and now it doesn't want to get above 1250. And oil is down to 92.63, and gas in central Ohio, generally as a rule, in my travels this weekend, are looking like around $3.10 a gallon, if anybody really cares what gas prices are here. And we'll take a look at our current positions in play. Let's look over here, and it's not looking real pretty here at all. I'll close this one up here. We're down on our calendars $204, and then Apple. I'm bleeding apples here. And we'll talk about that in a minute. And LinkedIn is not doing too hot, but let's take a look, and I'll show you why I'm not worried about LinkedIn. Because on that particular one, we did a 50-50. Oops. And we're just waiting basically for that one to develop. No, that wasn't LinkedIn that I did the 50-50, but we're looking at a hook right here. So if history holds true with this hook, we should start bending back down again. So I'm not worried about it. We have this week yet, so I'm not in a panic. The other one is Chipotle. And that calendar and that particular position, let's take a look at, let's just run down all of them here. Let's take a look at Apple first. Dang. Here's Apple. Blew right on through my break even here. on Thursday and continued on Friday, and looks like it might continue today. So I have a couple of options here, and let's explore what they might be. The first one would be just to buy back this short here on the call side. So if I click here and say analyze closing trade, it would cost me $1,900 to buy that thing back. And that would put my break even on the entire trade here, up here. So can we hit that? Well, this is where it is on the chart. I marked that break even in here. So if we can hit this by Friday, I'll break even on that particular trade. So this break even is like 562 roughly, around there. If we look back over here, it's right here. We can say set slices to break even on 12.7, and we can see it's 562.79. Alright, so now can we get there? Well, I think we probably can. If it's going to get there, can we really capitalize a little bit better on it? So if we go to 565 and buy a calendar as well, we'd spend $258 for a calendar, and that particular calendar looks pretty nice if we get to that 565 by Friday, in that it could pay off incredibly handsomely with almost a $500 payout. So that is kind of tempting to do something like that. So I'll be looking at that today. I'm not planning on doing any adjustments to anything else. I could take a look at Chipotle. Let's take a look at their chart. And that's the 50-50 trade here on this, and then I have a calendar down here. So this has to stay below this line by Friday of this week. And if it does that, it may continue to move down into the profitable area of this calendar, which has a normal December expiration on it. So that's where we are on Chipotle. And those are the two that are demanding my attention right now. For LinkedIn, on that vertical, just waiting for that to continue its development and see if it's going to move back down here. But regardless, I'm going to put an alert here. So this is a panic alert, and we want to be at or above. Okay, so that's our panic alert on LinkedIn. Okay, so on Apple, and I'm not really calling those necessarily adjustments. Well, maybe buying back that short, you could call it an adjustment, but I'm just looking at participating in the trend if it continues up. And if we take a look at a chart this morning, you can see we're already up to 558. So now it's going to cost me more to buy back that that short call. So my break even is going to move up even higher. And yeah, that's pretty much what it's been doing if we look at it this way with this 30-minute chart. And in the AM, it's making a little bit of a move, and when it opens, then it just goes for the moon, I guess you could say. All right, we're going to jump right over to our A+ list and move on with that. And this is Apple. And again, I want to reiterate that I think a calendar up here would be a pretty good play on Apple with an expiration of this week. And we have that in here, which is a Deck 1 and a Deck 2 calendar at 565, which is a $200 bet, and I think it looks like a pretty safe bet. to me anyway. It may actually move through that, but based on current volatility, if we move this up, let's move it to, this is Wednesday, so you'd be at 80 bucks on Wednesday. Thursday, the price may be sliding through. It might even be going a little bit higher. So let's look at a 270 or 570. It's a little bit cheaper, and it'll bring back a little bit more money if it hits it. So that's a good possibility for Apple. And I think Apple, this time of the year, generally as a rule, people get all bullish on Apple because they're probably, the impression is that they're selling a lot of products. So we'll see how that really works itself out, if that works out to be true. Adobe, this is our Iron Condor on Adobe, our simulated trade. Not doing too bad. Go to Amazon, and what do we have going on there? Amazon's going ape. You did see that headline, didn't you? Over here, Amazon says testing drone delivery, backlash ensues. They're talking about having package delivery in 30 minutes using drones. You can't have, how much business Amazon does, and can you imagine how many drones are going to be flying around? Everybody's going to have a drone. I think everybody should just have a drone, and you don't even have to leave the house. You just sit down in your basement in your underwear and with your little joystick and your computer and go pick up fast food or do your shopping or whatever you want to do using a drone. I think that's what's going to happen. You don't want to go outside with all those drones out there. Anyway, I digress pretty badly, don't I? I think that, doing a credit spread, you could do something at the 50-50 here. Let's look. For Amazon, just for this week. If Amazon's going to be taken off, what can we do in here? We could, let's check here. They're not paying all that well. $1.51, price is at $3.93. You got to be above, well, theoretically, you definitely have to be above 400 there. Oops, I went the wrong way. What am I thinking of here? I thought I did a put. Alright, let's go here. 400. There, that's better. Okay, so that's 300 bucks if you think it's going to end up above 400 by Friday. So that's not too bad. So I'm going to make a note of that, and I'll be watching for that one today too. Alright, let's take a look at Baidu. Baidu, we have a calendar on right now. Oops, sorry about that. We're looking to target down here. Doesn't look very promising at this point. Everything's had a really good day Friday. That's amazing. So if that one doesn't work itself out, I may just bail on that one. Celgene, we're looking for a setup on it. Chipotle, already kind of covered that one. We're looking for a continued pullback. Doesn't matter, people doing Christmas shopping, they must figure they're not going to be looking at buying any fast food Mexican, I guess. FedEx, how are we doing there? They should be doing really well, although probably with that announcement from Amazon, FedEx had a bad day. Unless they're FedEx drones, but I would imagine. What did Amazon said they're going to call it? Air Prime or something like that? I don't know. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But FedEx, it looks like it might be getting ready for a setup. So I'm going to slide the target over here and see if we can hit it in the coming days. Green Mountain. Okay, we had an alert down here. Is it still valid? No, it's not valid anymore. So I'm going to cancel that alert. And I'm going to move this over. We're still looking for a bearish trade on Green Mountain. Alright, Google. We're not in very good shape with that one. Although this candle here on Friday is promising. I'm going to put a panic alert on Google. Okay, I'm set up with Google. Let's take a look at LinkedIn. And we have our panic alert set up on that. MasterCard. We got Target down here. We're waiting for that one to develop. Marvel is our synthetic covered call, which is doing marvelous at the moment. Not doing too bad at all, returning $36 at this point, which is not bad at all. Let's see, we're short the December 13. Wait a minute, what do we got going here? There we go, January. That's not right. Okay. I have to figure out what's going on here, but this looks like that synthetic covered call right here. This was a protective put that I was thinking of putting on here. Just want to see what it would look like. Alright, Netflix. We have a target set down here, and it's just screaming away too, so that could be another calendar candidate. Or a one-to-one risk-reward trade at the money. Nike's coming and giving us a pullback here. That's interesting. Coming down into our target area, we have earnings coming up, or dividend coming up, and then earnings at the end of the year. Priceline, waiting for it to come down to our target area. Whoever that is, Kaihu, Kihu, Yuhu, Yahoo. Not sure exactly how to pronounce that. It's looking kind of flat. It looks directionless at this time. SPX for this week. Last week worked out. This week we're still in an upward trend. I want to see what happens today though before I jump in on anything there. Tesla. So they didn't have any cars start on fire last week, so it looks like we're moving up, but we might get a hook here, so let's see what happens there. Visa coming down into our target area. Let's let that one mature a tad. Walgreens, we have a calendar on right now. We'll see how much it wiggles around. Anything going on today on it? No, there's not a lot of after hours trading on there, so nothing there. XLB, which is the healthcare ETF. We're just kind of Looks like we might have hit some sort of resistance point up here at 55.50. So we're coming down here in our target area, and we'll just wait for that one to develop. Alright, so that's it for Cyber Monday. I hope that your clicking fingers don't get too sore today. Have a great day and happy trading.